Hey guys, Dev Horn here at WeBuyHouses.com, and it's Cash Offer Masterclass episode 15. Let's jump into it. We're looking at a deal from Fazio Real Estate Solutions. The deal is in Edna, Texas. I don't know a lot about Edna. I went and looked. It's right there. If we kind of back out, it's kind of between San Antonio and Houston, a little south of there, near Victoria, Port Lavaca, etc. I hear it's a nice area. I haven't been there. I don't know. But let's jump in and look at this place. By the way, I have no relationship with Fazio, but I use their content in my videos. And for that, I want to thank them. And I want to promote them and say, if you have any interest in this deal, or really any deal in Texas, these guys, as you can see, they're not just North Texas. They got a deal down there in Edna, of all places. Reach out to Jade Vaughn. She's at 214-646-9646. She can give you information about the property if you're interested. The photos look good. As usual, I have not looked at the photos, so I don't know what we're getting into here. I do see the numbers. 430 ARV, 269 on the opportunity. Could be a deal. Let's jump into it. So, and again, with this one, literally, I'm kind of behind on making videos, and I'm jumping into these things. I have not looked at anything on this house. So the Zestimate, let's see, Zestimate, interesting. 506 Jackson, right, 506 Jackson. Make sure, sometimes you'll do a search. They'll show you a property next door or something. You got to be careful. They don't have any photos. They don't have any information. They just have a 331 Zestimate. And then we got Realtor at 329. And my property radar was around 330, 340, I think. I can't show that because it shows too much personal information. So 330. Oh, whoops. I don't have my model open. Let me grab my model, you guys. There it is. And we want to put the address in there. So I'm going to do that and say pay special values only. What do we know about Edna? Edna is 2839. Wow, 2839. 2839 on the square foots. It's not going to be that. I'm just going to put 150 in for a minute. I need a 000 from this is from the last time. Sorry guys, I wasn't ready on that. Okay, 0. So Jackson, these guys. So if you look at Zillow gives you $1 per square foot to get to their estimate of 332, and that's 117. If I come and I put the 117 in the dollars, I get 332. And that lining up with my other sources, that's what we're going with, 332. Now, right off the bat, we have kind of an issue here. They're saying ARV 430. They may know something we don't know. It may be that when you get into that house, it has golden doorknobs. I don't know that. But for some reason, they're way, way higher on the ARV. Now, I will say, you see this a lot from wholesalers that will send you a property and say, it could be worth $1 million. And you look and no, it's like, could be worth 300. So it's like, where'd you get the other 700,000? So sometimes wholesalers can be very optimistic. Like, I don't think these guys are often like crazy. They're optimistic. They're wholesalers. They're marketing a property for sale. They're going to be a little high on the ARV. This seems to be a lot high. Let's jump into it and see if that's true. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to bring my calculator over here near me. And I'm going to take it to 125 so you guys can see it a little better. There we go. Now, 332 is going to be our ARV. Sorry, not 430. Let's jump into the photos and see what we see. Not a lot of photos. And I don't know if that zip file... I have a feeling that zip file is this. So I'm not going to open a zip file on us. All right, we're in the laundry room, which has nice brown cabinetry and Something going on. Oh, that's the drain. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, laundry room. All right, we've got a bedroom. This house doesn't look bad. The ceiling's unusual. Excuse me. We usually don't see ceiling like tiles like that. I don't know if that might be a simulated look for the tiles. But between the floors, ceiling, the faux, maybe that's real brick. I don't know. Anyway, it looks fine. Looks fine. Looks fine. Now here, don't know what's going on here. I guess that's just some sort of fireplace screen. Got the big TV up over the fireplace. Vaulted ceiling. And that, what I like about the flooring is it's consistent and it looks decent, looks fine. In fact, to go along with that light colored brick that's on the inside, I think it looks fine. I'm going to assume that brick is on the outside as well. It kind of answers the question. There we go. 2-car garage. Yeah, it's 322, right? 4, 2.5, 2. So I didn't give enough credit. Oh, whoops. Back to the pics. We got kind of an L-shaped house there with the garage in that back section. This house is not bad. Look at this. You'd step in there and take a shower today, wouldn't you? Like right now. The house looks like that looks really good. So I don't know if this is like a real cash deal here or maybe they're in a hurry. I mean, it is kind of odd finish out, I would say. Exposed brick and I'm guessing this is the master with the ensuite. Exposed brick, not bad, but different. And then that tiled look to the ceiling is a little different. Dark trim, light flooring. It doesn't look bad. This is a very clean house. Somebody took care of their place. All right, what do we see in here? I can't tell how good or bad this is from the photo because it makes the lines look a little weird. Weird. But again, I think any of us would probably step in that bathroom, take a shower right now. It's not gross. And the cat totally approves. Cat approved. I kind of like, it's weird. The ceiling is unusual. You don't usually see that tiled look to a ceiling in a residential single family home. But I kind of like that. Like they took that paneling and turned it into something cool with that green paint. That was a good idea. And this white, even though it's kind of older, because it's white and it's clean, that looks really good. There's not a lot of repairs I'm seeing. It's a nice house. You know the problem with this house? It's in freaking EDNA. EDNA, Texas. I mean, let's be honest. Who wants to live in EDNA? Somebody does, though. Somebody does. Somebody working, I don't know, for Tesla or something. They want to live down in EDNA. Okay. Backyard is huge. It's not bad. This isn't bad. The backsplash is nice. I like those faucets. Builder's grade sinks but it's pretty nice. I got no problems with this. I even like that flooring. I mean, yeah, there's some oldness to that look of that door with that dark stain on it and stuff, but honestly, not bad. We're out in the backyard, plenty of room for the kiddos out there in the backyard. Here we are in the living, vaulted ceiling, conversation pit. Doesn't come with it, but it gives you an idea what you might do with it, which I find this to be really weird. This should not be like this. This should not be here. It should be out here. There should be like maybe a bar stools along this should maybe have a bar ledge and have bar stools. That's odd. That's weird. Don't look at that. The flooring is and the ceilings. I like the ceilings in here. That plank look. It's nice. And then also you'll notice just this wood paneling is generally not wanted anymore in newer homes. And so a lot of times we'll get rid of this. This wood paneling kind of looks like furniture. So it's not horrible. Nothing about this house is horrible. This house is very clean. You could Airbnb this tomorrow. Oh, man. Let's get in that. Nice little bedroom. Honestly. And they use the same flooring throughout. Pretty nice. I think we're at the end. We're at the end of the pics. Got that bull head on the wall to send us off into our calculation. Look, I didn't see anything. Let's roll down here. Roof, no known. Electrical, no known issues. Foundation, no known issues. When they say do your due diligence, that means they don't know. Excuse me. And so, generally, this is what I like about Fazio. I think they're pretty honest. That's what I would say, like right off the bat. Whether it's a good deal or bad deal probably depends on the deal they could get. So, I think I trust these guys, and they're saying, when they tell me to do my due diligence, I say I should listen to them, and on my plumbing as well. So I certainly would. And you'll notice as we went through those pictures, we didn't see the things I like to see. I like to see the mechanicals. I like to see a picture of that stack on the inside of the air handler and the furnace and the evaporator unit. That's that stack you see in the closet. I want to see that. I want to see the water heater. I want to see the condenser unit outside. If you can find the labels on those things and include those in the pictures, you've seen that in the last few videos, right? We've actually looked and seen it was from 2008 or whatever. Extremely valuable to a person evaluating a deal that's not there, not able to go look at the property, right now. And so I think that's very, very valuable. They want $269 for this house. We're going to be worried a little bit about HVAC and plumbing. And so if we come in here, honestly, cosmetic, look, I don't know that there's a lot I would do with that house, but there is apparently some plumbing and HVAC issues that could exist. So if I put in plumbing 0.5 and I put in HVAC 0.5, gives me 16K of expense money to work with. That's just $6 per square foot. I just don't know anything else wrong with this house at that point. The house was pretty nice. I think you saw those bathrooms. Those bathrooms are clean. So it's hard to imagine what is lurking under the surface on the plumbing. In fact, I might even go to 0.25. I'm getting choked up. Might even go to 0.25. Might take my thing to 12. I just don't see a lot of repairs in this house. There could be more. This is a situation where you'd want to talk to the wholesaler and find out what's wrong with the house. And just say, be honest with me. I don't live there, but I like the property. Looks like a good deal. And they want, what do they want for it? $269. My model with just a little bit of repairs is at $220. That's a huge difference. And even if I zeroed these things out and said they're perfect, I'm at $232. And the problem is the ARV. They have the ARV at $430. I see nothing to support that. I see an ARV at $330. And even if the house is in excellent condition, if we wanted to buy this to fix it and flip it, our cash offer would be $232. And so, look, let's just leave it at that. Let's say, the house we looked at was in great shape. And we did our due diligence. In fact, nothing wrong with the air conditioner, nothing wrong with the plumbing. Max I could pay is $232. Now, that's to buy, fix, and flip. If I was going to buy this for a rental, I might be able to pay more. The Zillow show me what it would rent for. 22, 25 estimated rent. So, yeah, this is a tough deal. I think the whole deal, look, I think they didn't get it under contract at a good price. They're putting a little bit on top of it to get it to 269 to sell it to a cash buyer. They're supporting that with a 430 ARV, which we cannot justify by looking at external sources. And so that's where I'm going to leave this one. I think it's a cool house. I think it's very nice. One of the nicer houses that we've looked at. Maybe the living down in EDNA is great. I don't know, but I can't come up with the 269 on this deal. Hey, you guys, don't forget, go to cashoffermasterclass.com. Click on the Get the Calculator button. If I click on it, what happens? Anything? Yeah, there we go. Fill out that form. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me if you've got a wholesale deal that I could help you look at and compute the cash offer on. That'd be really fun. If you'd like to do that on camera, it'd be even more fun. So just want to tell you about that, and then check out, the YouTube channel. In fact, if you just go to cashoffermasterclass.com on the homepage, I'm a little behind, but I've got the videos posted so you can check them out. Become a cash offer master. Guys, if you don't buy the house right, if you don't buy it at the right price, your whole deal will suck. Your whole deal won't be profitable. There's only one reason we do this, and that is to make a living, to make a profit, to make more at the end of the day than we put into it. And you only do that if you buy it right. So you have to know what is the right cash offer, and that's why you're part of the Cash Offer Masterclass. It's been great to spend some time with you today. I look forward to spending a little more time with you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.